And I said, fellow Doberman out. Could that be part of a respiratory problem? I don't know. But as I was going down the stairs with my recorder here in pause, it dawned on me, this is what they're planning on raising the HOA monthly fees to $239. There's a huge fight about this. And just earlier today, not yesterday, not the day before, today, Sue comes up to me and hands me this letter, which we received today, and I'm going to show it to you. This is the kind of carp we're dealing with up here. Received 2017. Of course, our friendly galaxy doesn't want to focus, of course. Okay, anyway, this is the document. If anybody is interested, it certainly can be reproduced. I'll probably put all of this up on my server. Okay, good, we can see it. So this is a book that we have, along with a whole bunch of others. Cabrini HOA, Homeowners Association. This is quite an indictment here. I'm just going to hand down slowly. At any point, the video could be stopped and it probably could be read off the screen. Why is this so GD indefensible? Why is this on the verge of... I don't want to use the terms that are in my thought bubble right now, so you can just go ahead and substitute your own. We've been dealing with... Oh, golly. There are upsides to our homeowners association. But what doesn't really belong here, and yet maybe it does, because we don't know how it affected work that needed to be distributed or to be, what's the word, delegated, somehow dropping through the cracks and not being done, could be. We had a manager here, a manager of this entire 860, whatever it is, 64 units, who was, from what I understand, it's difficult to get actual details to stand still and let you inspect them, let alone take their clothes off and look at the underlying skin. But he was run out of town. Apparently there was some really double-dealing stuff going on, and he wound up going back to the Philippines, as I understand it. So this is just hearsay. The manager was replaced. The board of directors, just recently, the preceding board of directors, at least part of that board, were out. Some new people were in, and now the new people that were in are out. And that's these guys, apparently. There are certain allegations being made. Pardon. And they are refuting these allegations. Now, if you go to deonsmith.net, which I have suggested that folks do, and click on my Pinterest page there under Paladin 6, right at the top you can see it. Just click on Pinterest, click on Blend Arts, and then start scrolling through the Blend Arts. Some of them are quite kitschy and fun, and some are very loving and touchy and warm and, touchy-feely. But there's one that's in there, I'm pretty sure it's in that collection, that says, anybody can say anything. I used to write bumper stickers, and I have yet to print them out and get them out into the world. But one of them is, well, there's a corollary to that one alone. There are quite a few of them. And that one, anyone can say anything. As a matter of fact, you can go to confusedinca.com. I don't even know if I'm centered. I am so riled up now. Confusedinca.com. So it's all one word. Looks like Confused Inca. I don't think that I deleted it. That goes back to when Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California, and he put some propositions on the ballot, and apparently he got pretty whitewashed. It didn't work out quite as he figured. But I was so furious at the time. I didn't sleep for 3 days, and I built that website and put it up. So it's way out of date. The links don't work, but you can get the idea. At the top of the page, it says, "Who says, and why should I believe it?" I want you people out there to think about these things. That's why I'm doing these videos. That has nothing to do with our leaky roof, and yet it has everything to do with our leaky roof. If you get into my whole philosophy and the whole background to here, where I'm coming from, which is, again, you will see it if you go to thevelvetdoberman.com. It talks about integrity, it talks about ethics, it talks about values, and what happens if you're not doing your job right, everyone will know, wording to that effect. Right underneath that, well, excuse me, right on top of that, it says if you're doing it right, if your business or company is a plus, everyone will know. If your business or company or principal activity or pursuit is a minus, hey, guess what? Everyone will know. And that's what we're looking to put on television toward the end of this year on Fox. Go to the upper left-hand corner of that page if you don't believe me. Of course, anybody can say anything, right? Here I go. I'm off on a riff and a rant. That's called a RAAR, quote unquote. It shouldn't really be here, and yet it should, because people are not taking care of business. People, we can't even rely on our HOA. We get some new people in here who get elected on the political platform of the fact that the numbers don't match, these columns don't add up to these columns, people aren't getting things done. Of course, there was the aforementioned larceny. I mean, literally, we had people out here. I didn't see them, but the reportage is such that the sheriff's department is out here, or is it the city attorney? I don't know. Whoever comes out and walks away with all the computers. I mean, we had a major scandal up here, and it's still going on, and our roof is leaking. This doesn't sound like what you would want to call noble, I suppose. So that's all, guys. I'm going to attempt to put all of this together so that everything that I've yapped or flapped my yap about here today on the 17th of February 2017 is at least all kind of buttered up together in some semblance of sequence. I'll do the best I can, so that everything that happened today you'll be able to see, and then I will take the previous videos, of which there are, I wouldn't say legion, but probably 6 or 7 or 8, just whenever something having to do with this leakage. So this really, I guess, could be called a roof leaking sandwich. So the sandwich has to do with the philosophy behind all of this and why I am somewhat up in arms, because this is just so much bigger than our piddly-ass, stinking little roof situation. This is what's happening with people trying to get over on people. Or if it isn't by design, so I'm not trying to denigrate anybody, if it isn't being done deliberately, it's being done through dropping things out, not taking care of business, being too busy, not taking care of yourself, so that you have a little bit of a blissful moment or two where inspiration can happen and so on. And I won't go off on a spirito-philosophical bent right here, but I plan on doing some of that too in the upcoming months. That's what the whole Velvet Doberman television show, primetime, Fox or NBC, is all about. If we can get it sponsored, you're probably going to see it. Veldobe out.